Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, and welcome to that is 757 Community Talk Show. You know it's summertime, and you know what's going on. I'm late. No, I'm not late. I'm just coming on. I got so many things I'm working on, and I'm just trying to pop in for a brief moment to let you know, hey, it's all good, it's all good, it's all good. And I want you to be aware that I hope that you share this information with your other people so that on Facebook and invite them over to watch it, now or later. But nevertheless, we are going to do our best to bring you information for the community. And also, my guest today is the one and only, you already know, she's an alumni from, whoa, wait a minute, where'd she go? She popped off. Oh, there she goes. She's back. She's backstage. I'm talking about the one and only Simply C. She's blowing up. She's doing her work. Simply C, you back with me?
Hello, my bad. I was trying to set it up so I could stream it because
Oh,
I
you
realized it didn't do what I thought it was going to do.
okay? Well, you can if you want to do that, you can take time out, just bring it back. After I run through a few things.
Let me try Facebook.
Okay, so I'll just take your mic off. So you just I'll pop back in. Yeah, she's trying to get her situation set up, and I just want to say how you doing, and I'm glad that y'all are here today, and hope that y'all had a wonderful Fourth of July celebration. My topics is only one thing. You know what I do. I bring the topics. Well, right now I'm going to talk about WBDM amp. It's in the App Store. I want y'all to download that so I can stop sending you a notice when I come on. You can, matter of fact, when you go off, you can scan this right here, and it'll take you to the app in the Apple Store. And I have forgot to put up the Android app so that you can download that as well. That app is a 24 hours a day radio format. I designed it so that we can be informing the our community, 757 artists, because I play a lot of the local artist music so that people can be able to enjoy supporting our local talent. And that's WVDM, Vaughn Digital Media. So whenever you see it on Messenger, Facebook, any social media outlet, you can always click it and listen to music 24 hours a day. And every day from 3 till 5, I play nothing but the best of R&B, Latin, pop, rock, reggae, African beats. And from 5 until 6, inspirational music, gospel music, and I just want to let you know, I think I got the best sounding show on the World Wide Web because I want y'all to be embrace the things that you want to hear, even the classics. We play it all. Positive music, and they can't get me in no trouble because I've been working on changing the frequency before P. Diddy did. That's why he's in trouble because he told the record label he's going to change the music back to where it was. And you're not going to do that. So people must be aware of how things work in the industry that keep our young people to the pipeline to prison and to the cemetery. Are you back, Simply C?
Yes, I am here.
Oh, okay. Did you get it set up properly?
I think so. I just made it something simple.
Okay, if you make it something simple, this is my colleague. I enjoy having her on because I have to have that young person perspective because that's what she is. She's a young lady that's graduated from Old Dominion. Tell them a little bit about yourself because I don't like talking about you when you here.
So I am a recent college graduate with a small time production company that I'm still developing and building out. I've started with podcasting and then I got into recording those interviews. So I like making behind the scenes content, mostly filming life behind the scenes, I guess. I really don't have another way to describe it right now.
Okay.
And lately, since graduation, I've been taking some space so that I can really process what I'm looking for from the future. but also like how I want to go about continuing my education, because I do want to go back to school. I just don't want to rush into that decision, seeing it took me almost 8 years to get my bachelor's.
Okay. Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You
Yeah,
got
now
that
a
sheet.
lot happened, so it wasn't like it was going to happen any other way, but still,
Right.
that's a long time of school.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I started to get my GED back in 2009. And once I got my GED, it was the last minute thing. I signed up for time at a community college.
Mhm.
About it was a month left, and they accepted me. And from there, I stayed there 2 years, and I transferred to Old Dominion University. And and they wanted me. I had met the guy at Tidewater Community College. He wanted me to come to. He wanted me to come to what you call it. He wanted me to come to Old Old Dominion. I mean, he wanted me to come to Norfolk State.
Mhm.
And he was like, "Yo, come over, let me show you, introduce you to people. You need to be over here. This is where you need to be." But when I went back, try to register, there's never nobody there. Like, how you gonna come to a register students? Every time I come over, there's nobody here. And so, unfortunately, I said, "Well, I'm not gonna wait. Let me call Old Dominion." And the guy,
Mhm.
the art department, he said, "Tell you what, can you come over? Can you come over tomorrow?" I said, "Tomorrow?" He said, "Yeah, can you come over tomorrow?" I said, "Sure." I said, "What do you need? Portfolio?" He said, "Bring your portfolio of your artwork." And I done took that class. He said, well, you know what I thought a portfolio was?
Are you
I
talking
took
about like
about
a physical portfolio?
a portfolio is the black case you carry.
Yeah, with the art pictures in it.
Right. I didn't take that. I took about 30 some paintings.
Oh gosh.
I took all paintings, watercolors. I went in the studio. I said, "Where you want me to sit my work at?" He said, "Just sit them up on the I think the whole the painting you paint on."
Mhm.
So I went in there and said, I went back and got. I said, "Everything's done." So we walked around and looked in there. He said, "Is all these painting yours?" I said,
Yeah.
"Yeah." "You did all this work?" I said, "Yeah, I had some more work. I ain't got enough."
Then why are you trying to get a degree if you already got
Yeah.
the skill?
In about every easel in the art room, I
Mhm.
had them. I had all of them filled, and the other one was sitting on the floor of the easel.
Mhm.
I had about 20 or 30 paintings, watercolors, pastels, inks. He said, "I don't want you to look at no more. Let's go back to my office.
Mhm.
I want you to come to Old Dominion. I need you to come. I need you to. This is how bad I want you to come." He said, "Normally, we give students, the transfer students, about 60 credits. But if you transfer today, I'll give you 10 or 15 credits. I want you to come to Old Dominion. That's how bad I want you to come."
Mhm.
So when I graduated, I had just a summary of over 200 and some credits, uh, not counting the ones I didn't get credit for, because I went all year round.
Right.
I didn't take no break. For 4 years, I went spring, summer, and winter. I didn't take no break. And I was taking almost 24, 12 or 18 credits
Mhm.
a semester. I mean, you can do it. I mean, it's nothing wrong with. Like you're telling people, don't take a rocket science. You just got to, it's a lot of work.
Mhm.
But I'm proud of you. So long as you proud, you made it. You got that sheepskin. Anybody can tell you, well, it took too long. I ask people, because when a master's, what is a master? A
Master's
master's,
is like 2 years.
right. But you know what the master means? It means that a person, a doctorate and a master's. A master means one who never stops learning.
Oh.
That's what it means. Because I took martial arts, and that's what in martial arts, what a master is. One who never stops learning. You'll never stop, because then a couple years from now, you'll be like, "I'm gonna get my doctorate degree." And I got that one. I want to get a doctorate degree in this over here. So you never stop learning. That's the point of it. You never stop learning. I've been
Mhm.
learning this since I was a child. I've been painting. I've been drawing ever since I was a kid. When I was 8, 9 years old. So it's nothing. The only thing I took go to college for, why I started going to college in art, is to learn the techniques. See,
Right.
when you learn things, you already have some empathy spiritually in you. But the going to school is to guide that knowledge you got and to bring it out and make it more fruitful. It's like a plant, like they said, plant a seed. As the tree grow, as your knowledge grow, you become more knowledgeable of things in the real world. You know, so but that's what I'm saying. And so with your company, explain to the people about your company and what they need.
So I mean, it's mostly just the umbrella for the video projects that I like to do.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to be doing more documentary type things where I record an interview with someone and then go out and get some B-roll of what they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would incorporate my passion for filming and then traveling and putting a purpose to it more so.
Okay.
As for right now, I'm helping a church record and archive their services, and basketball needs help with their marketing team. So I'm working with men's basketball too.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Like I keep telling you, even though it might have took you longer. I mean, I know some of your personal things that things that you were going through, but the emphasis is that you still hung in there to reach your goal, and that's why I always bring you on, because our young people need to know that. Our young people need to understand that everybody's going to go through something, but
Yeah,
as long as you don't give up, and you didn't give up. That's why I always bring you on, because I, you know, because I know you. I like, hey, I gotta bring on, because I know her, so I gotta pop her up, and put a C by my name, because I've been with her a long time, so
and I appreciate that.
yeah.
Um,
I appreciate you, because this is the thing with young people. People don't engage with young people because they like if they're partying and at the crib and playing music, but to engage with a person on their journey through life, we are the elders. We are supposed to engage with you. We are supposed to be able to sit down and have a conversation, so that you can be able to build your brand, build your lifestyle. And we don't know everything. When you just look at life, and people are like, when you were in college or anywhere, if you had a chance to speak to someone uh, from the past, or well, dead, what would you want to ask them? Who did you want to speak to? What? That that don't make
yeah,
no
and
sense
there's
at
so
all.
many people who are alive and walking around with you.
Thank you. You got
Yeah,
all these teachers and professional people living, and you want to talk to somebody dead.
yeah,
That ain't making sense. You're misleading them. And when you're misleading them, that's why they know they don't have nobody to talk to. They got to talk to the
right.
dead. Only person you can talk that's not dead is Jesus Christ, because he didn't die. They didn't bury him. They put him in a tomb for 3 days and he rose
Mm-hmm.
to show you that he's not dead. You're praying to a living God. So if you're saying you want to talk to, no disrespect to Martin Luther King or Megan Everett, they dead. That's why you go to the library and
Mm-hmm.
research their work. So why am I talking to people that are dead when you got all these senators that's been in office and know about the politics, know about the how the game is played, but you don't want to talk to them? You need to go and talk to the
They're
dead.
intimidated. You don't really have a fear when the person can't really talk back.
Thank you. I mean, you know what it is. Like I said, that's why I always bring you on, because I'm not talking from my perspective as the host of the show, the producer of the show. I want to bring people on to want to talk from their perspective, because I'm still learning myself.
Right.
I'm learning from you. So when people don't really look at all the important things that can be done and said, they don't understand that life does not revolve around the dead, it revolves around the living. Because this is what we're indoctrinated into our generation of youth. Why? Because I can't talk to nobody. They won't talk to you.
Mhm.
They're scared. Next thing you know, they in gangs. Why? Because what the gangs tell them, I got your back, man. We got your back.
Mhm.
Until it's time for you to go to the jail or you get shot and got to be in a hospital. And the doctor don't know whether or not you're going to make it. What they at
Mhm.
then? You don't see them? And that's no fault, just no fault. We can't keep blaming young people for the lack of knowledge. It's the lack of knowledge. If you sit down and talk to them and listen, and most of all, listen to them, they'll tell you what's wrong. They will tell you what's fueling them with what they're involved in and what they're trying to accomplish.
Right.
Because that's what I did when I met you. You came to me and said, "Hey, can I ask you something?" I said, "Sure." I was wondering, can you do me a favor? If I can, that's the only thing I would tell. When somebody asks me about a favor, I don't care what it is, who it is, don't matter. If I can, because the Bible says you don't do anything to hurt yourself, helping other people. So when you said I want to interview you for my my radio show over here, would you be interested in helping me with that? I said, normally I don't do interviews. I don't. I'm a talk show host.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't do interviews. I don't go on people's shows. I don't mind, but I get nervous and I have a tendency of talking too long. You know that, you know. So I ain't gonna get into that part. That's another story. But I said, sure, I'll do it for you. Why? Because you was bold enough to ask. Scripture say, if asked, and it shall be given. You
Mhm.
asked, and I, granted you a wish. And from that, we've been friends and colleagues ever since that time. You know,
Yeah.
so that's why I appreciate, because people don't understand. Even though I may not have as much gifted in the things that you do, but I am gifted in painting. I'm gifted in drawing. I'm gifted in creating. But the thing is, you continue as, like I said, what a master is someone that keeps learning. You know things that I don't know. So if I don't know it, I know some of my audience is young or old. They may not know it either. But when I bring you on, you have an opportunity to record this, so that it'll be around long after I'm gone and after you moved on to another career. So these are the things that I'm doing. I'm documenting our history, not letting everybody else tell our
Dictate it.
story,
Right.
you know. So I ain't trying to be professional. I'm just trying to get it locked down. I'm trying to get things locked down so that, people are like, well, you ain't never did no talk show. You ain't did this. You think you so did it, all the accolades we get when you're trying to improve yourself and improve things for the future generation. And I know I'm not gonna keep you much longer, but what would you tell young people today that's 17, soon be an adult when they turn that 18, that 1-8? What would you tell them about life and what they should be preparing themselves for?
I want to tell them to have grace. And if they don't, like, seek to be around people who teach them how to have that, because life is messy. Um, and as much as people are guiding you to be serious about your life and have a plan, they're just preparing you for a foundation. So try not to take it too seriously. Like, take it seriously enough to organize your life and structure it, but don't take it seriously enough so that if it doesn't work out, you're completely thrown off.
Right.
Which is where grace comes in. And once you find that and you find what gives you peace, like, your decisions will come to you. And anything that doesn't bring you that um, internal quietness is just a distraction from what you're really supposed to be doing.
Okay. Well, that's the key point. That's why I always bring you on, because from a female perspective as well as a young uh, college graduate and continue to your education uh, for the future endeavors that you might be involved in or create, as an entrepreneur at a young age, all the things that you're doing is on track. And that's why I always have to, bring you on and say publicly, I'm proud of you,
I appreciate that.
because it's important for our future generation to know people like you, and to recognize that if you did it, and the struggles that I knew you was going through personally, but you didn't give up. And that's a honor to your father and your mother. I've met your father, uh, and unfortunately, I didn't meet your mother, uh, but I did meet her sister. You know, and she was a lovely lady, and as they say to men, the leaf don't fall too far from the tree. You can say that about women too, because I met her and I could see talking to her how charming and eloquent that she spoke and stuff. It was just like talking to you, you know. It was like a friendly conversation right off the bat, like, hey, we've been knowing each other for years. And like I said, is you went through a lot of things while you was in college, and some things I didn't appreciate. Some of some of my associates, you know, I don't deal with negativity about my people, and when people speak negative, I'm just like the mama or the papa bear. I'm gonna attack you, my people. I'm gonna let you know what it's about, you know.
Yeah.
Especially you've been warned 1,000 times and you keep going down that same trail,
I mean, that's for their misery. Like, I do my best not to give them any more energy.
Right,
Like, we were
right,
just talking about people who are professional versus unprofessional,
right,
and things that I'm learning that I don't want to apply to my business, or that encourage me more to make sure that I do things the right way.
right.
I don't want to give them any more power. And like, I
Yeah.
miss my family a lot, but I feel honored to be able to live the legacy that they were trying to establish, even though I wasn't able to witness everything that they were blessed to have opportunities with.
Uh-huh.
I'm a third generation communications person, but I'm a second generation person in film. Like, feels awesome.
Right,
Very scary, but also like I've been prepared for it. So
right. Yeah. I mean, the unknown is scary. That's why it's unknown. If you knew, you were like, hey, I should have done this last week. You know what I'm saying? So the unknown it's not an easy when you make choices in life. In the unknown, you don't know where it's going to go. But as long as you believe in yourself and you keep moving forward, that's the biggest battle. The biggest battle is moving forward. Because people are like, well, I started the same time they did, but they got more money, they got a better job than me. I got the same degree. I got
stop
better
looking at
grades.
somebody else's stuff. That's what the
Right.
Bible says. Like, why are you sitting over here looking at their thing when you got your own to be grateful for?
Right. And this is one of the biggest things in our community, the Black community, that's the downfall. Because we look at what everybody else got and thinking, I can get that right now. It's a process.
Yeah.
It's a process.
And you never know what somebody went through. I've had to tell a few people, like, do you really want to know what it took to get to this place? And I did everything the right way, or as right as I could get it.
Yeah.
Imagine going about it the shady way. And
Hey,
imagine what you got to go through then.
but that's the enemy. That's what the enemy want. They don't get the plan. The plan is they want you to give up on what's going to make you to what's going to break you. So what
Yeah.
young people don't understand is if I had stayed in school or even got my GED, they got jobs out there. I done been to meetings. I'm thinking it's something else, and I'm kind of up on things. But I went to a meeting down at town, was the town center here, yeah, up there, and it said entertainment. You know, you want to be more involved with the entertainment. So I go in thinking like they talking about maybe they looking for a DJ. Let me. It wasn't. I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, this don't look like nobody's putting on a festival or event. And most of the people in there were white. It was a few black, but mostly white. And they dressed in their business, not shirt, all of them were on shirt and tie, but they're casual business attire. And I'm sitting at the table, and they're like, "Hi, my name is so and so, and I'm with the industrialized company. What company would you with?" I do radio. I do radio. My artist. Oh, okay. And then when they start talking, they start asking questions like, "What did you say you do? So how did you get to know about this?" I saw it flyer on the internet, and I just thought it was something else. But they said, "No, you're welcome to stay. You're welcome to stay." But staying there, I learned that they had jobs. If people that want to be welders, it didn't matter what race, creed, or color you were. Didn't matter if you had a GED or a college degree. It didn't matter if you never went to jail or you went to jail. They
Mhm.
had jobs starting at $60,000 for welders, and they gonna teach you.
Are you talking about like the apprenticeship program?
No, no. Well, it's apprenticeship. It's that's like apprenticeship program with this company, but they teach you how to weld.
Uh-huh.
Once you finish the class, you guaranteed a job starting at $60,000 to $70,000 a year.
Well, that's good.
You know what I'm saying? So you got jobs out there that young. I haven't even. I still got the information. I said I was gonna call them and bring them on. They said they are so in need of people to take this welding to learn how to weld because the next what 5-10 years it's gonna speak. It's gonna the government got so many contracts in this area they won't be able to fill them. People don't know how many services are out there, how much money they gotta. It's just so much, and I'm be bringing some people on from the place in Portsmouth, Virginia, on our street. The same thing. You can get your office space. You can come in and get an office space free. Work out your office. And stuff. I mean, everything is there. All you do bring your laptop and your cell phone. They got
Right.
you got a cubit there. Hey, whatever you're doing, you know, they get everything set up for you. They get you business loans and everything, whatever kind of business you're trying to establish. They help you get that done through the city. There's tremendous times and opportunity for the Afro American community, but they really got to talk to their young people about these guns.
Yeah.
But you got to close the words because I don't want to hold you. I'm gonna wrap it up in a few minutes, but I know you said you have to go. If you can stay up, welcome to have you here. But I know I told you I wasn't gonna talk long.
And I gotta go finish getting ready for work.
Okay, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. But we'll, get you back on again in a couple of weeks, or I'll let you know if your schedule permits. You know. Y'all been listening and listening to Simply C from Simply C Podcast. You can tell them your location and how they can reach you once again before you leave.
So my location's pretty mobile. I'm open to anyone that needs the services or needs any help. They can reach me by commenting or messaging on any of the social media platforms at simply_CSEA or shoot me an email at simplycc@gmail.com. And yeah, I like to help consult and help people get their visions together. So if you have an idea that you kind of want to bring to earth or write down and figure out how to sketch it out, I help people with that, or I can do video projects.
Oh, great to know. Great to know. Thank you so much for taking out. I know I was, like I said, asked you earlier, and I just want to say I appreciate you coming on and talking to the public and letting them know, hey, this is what it's all about. Giving back to the community.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Simply C. I'll chat with you later.
Thank you for having me. Peace.
Thank you. All right. Bye-bye. That's Simply C. She's a colleague from Old Dominion University and a colleague of WODU Studios that used to come on. And I'm moving on because I'm going to wrap it up. around about 2 o'clock because I engage with my radio show, WVDM, that comes on at 3 to 5 with the best old school rock and roll, a variety of music. And I'm on Facebook Messenger. And if you would like, you could download this app if you have an iPhone pad. This right here, you can scan this code right here and download the app to your phone, and you can pass it on uh, to other people. And once you download this app to your phone, you have the app, and it's 24 hours a day, 24 hours a day. And from 3 to 5, I play the best 757 artists, the best positive music I could find, from rap to R&B, hip hop, pop, the classes. If you like Teddy Pendergrass, Otis Redding, George Benson, you know, Luther Vandross, you already know everybody in this town is a Luther Vandross fan. Isaac Hayes, you know, Freddie Jackson. The list go on and on. Chuck Berry, if you like rock and roll from the back, you know, you like Latin music, you like African beats, if you like, you know, jazz, you know how we do in this town, Jazz Fest, we play them all. You like Frankie Beverly and Mays, got them too. And I got his new group, the band that used to uh, bag up Frankie Beverly before he retired last month. Hey, I got a new artist too. You can always call in or text me at Facebook Messenger at WPDM, or you can go to on Facebook and look for WPDM, and you can go there and text me through Messenger, and I take requests. You know, I like to play whatever a person like to hear. If it's positive, I don't play no negative music. That's not going to happen. You know, I had to ban, people, try to explain to them what the station is all about. We have to take back the minds of our youth. And before summer end, I'm gonna try to kick off. I do a 15 or 20-minute segment when school is open, and I with kids are getting out of school. I have my friend down in Georgia named BT. I have a show called the BT Express, and hopefully I'm gonna move and do one here in the 757. You know, and for all the people in the 7 cities that I play music and send shout outs to the youth that's doing positive things. We're going to have contests where they'll be able to win prizes. So you have to show the young people something different, and that's why I'm here. I'm here to do this. I've been doing this all my life. I know what it takes. I used to do teen dances with the AKA Frankie Stewart, AKA the Soul Ranger. I worked with him for years when I wasn't doing club dates, and then when I got in club dates, that kind of break away because I've been in the entertainment game in this area for ever since the '70s. So I've been in the entertainment people for over 50 years. Some almost teens have now got their own kids, and I have entertained their kids, and their grandparents have come back and say, my grandkids go to your club and they love it. And they say you keep them safe. And these are the adults. And like I said, is people don't know how hard it is to be an owner of a Black business. It's not easy. Y'all think it's easy. Y'all listen to the news. But in this town, they done close so many Black people and it ain't even funny. You thinking that just clubs they just closed? They closed Herman Valentine, who owned the largest computer system in the United States. They closed him. He was down there where the MacArthur Mall is. They tore down. He bought the J.C. Penney's, largest computer company in the United States. He had 3-4 offices throughout the United States, even overseas. A Black man owned it. You don't hear about that. You used to have Sears and Roebuck. You don't know about Sears because Sears was a Black man. Roebuck. So Sears was white. Roebuck was the Black man. So back in the late 80s or 90s, the Sears took the name off of Roebuck. Now you just have Sears. So when you don't understand the people, the places, and things that we have created history, don't get it twisted. You got to educate your young people. And how you get educate your young people about things? One thing you got to educate them is guns down and pens up. They got to get those guns down. That gun is only two ways you can go with a gun. You're either gonna go to the hospital or in the cemetery, and then if you survive, get away with it for a few months, a few years, you're going to wind up in the pipeline to prison someday in time. Technology tracks everything you do, and you thinking that you getting away with stuff. They track you by your phone and you don't even know it. They track you by your laptop, your computer, your iPad. They got chips in them. So when you think, oh, they don't know who I am, okay. You don't watch the news. People don't watch the news, don't know. But what I try to educate you, if you ain't doing nothing wrong, you ain't got nothing to worry about. See, the thing is, educating our young people to do the positive things. Guns down, pen up. Guns down, pen up. Why? Because if you're registered at 17 years old today, this day and time, you will make history. You say, how will I make history? Don't nobody know who I am if I register to vote, because you are the youngest person that will be able to vote in November this year. If you turn 18 by November the 3rd, let me show you something. You will make history. You heard that shot, as they say in history, you took history in school, the shot heard around the world. Don't you know that young people, don't matter what race, creed, or color, your nationality, or your religion, if you register to vote today, you will make history on who will be the next president of the United States of America. That's what it's all about. Learning to know. Because I'm telling you, the team I'm on to make America care again. I'm on the Biden and Harris 2024 campaign. You got to know which side of the coin you want to be on. These people are not playing. This other team ain't playing checkers. You keep thinking they care about you. They don't care, but they care about holding power. They care about holding power. They use our people to make you believe that, hey, they're doing the right thing because they got a black man as a Republican. Well, if that's the case, then how come the pipeline to prison got more black and brown people in prison? They don't talk about the real issues. They talk about Biden health. He's the president of the United States. Everybody gets sick. Maybe if Roosevelt were living, he wouldn't be, because he was in a wheelchair. This is the ticket that's going to make a difference. Look at everything, the bills they wouldn't pass. With abortions for women. That was the last president. And the regime is still there, the Republicans, who said they agree with him with the Supreme Court. Look at what they did with Roe, I think it's Roe versus Wade, where black and brown people could get money to go to college. All these things were taken away from the president that's running now on the Republican side. Y'all got to do your research, because it's too late. It's getting to the line where you're seeing where they're trying to make Biden like he don't know what he's doing. But how come he don't know what he's doing? He know everything about everything and anything that's been in the White House, the Senate, the Congress. He's been in politics for so many years. Don't you know they want to get rid of people that know too much? Well, you say that ain't true. Well, let me see. If it ain't true, then why they taking black history out of school? Why they won't talk about black history in school? They banning it. They banning books. They're wiping you out, and you sitting there thinking that these people care about your children, your future generation. You are the future. 17, you are the future. Prepare yourself. Put those guns down. Pick up a book. Guns down. Book up. Guns down. Pen up. Get your knowledge. It ain't easy. What you doing ain't easy. Walking around with a gun. You want to walk around with a gun? Don't you know that you can get a gun at 18 years old? All you got to do is go take the course. Register your gun. You're going to jail. When you have the right to have a gun, you're going to jail because you didn't register it. You're not using it properly. You're going through the neighborhood. Don't you know you can found your own organization, get money to start your own security company, and secure the community? Stop there working against the police, become the police, and work with them. No police should be going to running around through the neighborhood and getting shot. Our own people are shooting police now. People that look like you. Ain't they there to protect and serve? I'd have been in a situation with police. Everybody ain't gonna like us. You might well to face that. Everybody that look in your face and smile in your face ain't gonna like you. You got to live with that. But you try to separate yourself from the negativity and do the positive. Get your kids registered to vote. Not only that, get them to be educated on who to vote for. It's their choice. I can't tell you not to vote for Donald Trump or any Republican. I can make a statement because that's the constitutional. I have the right to make a statement. I can't force you to do anything. But what I'm trying to do is tell you to pick up a book and get hooked before November the 3rd. Find out about candidates. Find out what they're doing. What's the cause? Don't let them get you hooked. And once they get in office, if you do your reading and do your research, you will see what happens to people that when they don't understand what politics is all about. I've been in politics most of my life because I was in a union. I used to be a Teamster when I worked at Colonial Store Warehouse. And I went to my supervisor one day and asked him, could I be off early 2 weeks in advance? He said, well, Vaughn, I don't know. He said, why do you want to be off? I said, well, I'm scheduling to get married at the Justice of the Peace. And I was requesting, he told me, I don't know. I don't know if you can be off. I said, what? He said, because I don't know how much we work by tonnage. And tonnage is like 400, 500,000 pounds because you're weighing the products the number of tractor trailers that you're loading. So he said, I'll let you know. So I asked him again. He said, again, I don't know how much tonnage we're going to have. I don't think you'll get up. I said, okay, I'm not coming in. He said, well, okay. You don't come in, then you're going to be written up. Okay. So he wrote me up. We went to the supervisor's office, but that didn't come up there. He just wrote me up. That's all. So another incident, I was going to sign up to go to Tidewater Community College. No, I was going to take a class of art at Old Dominion, just a summer class or just just a class. So I had to get off early to go register. And I said, can I, ask the supervisor, I was a little late because of the traffic coming from Portsmouth back to Norfolk. He said, you're late. We got a lot of tonnage. I can't let you off early. And I said, well, I'm going to work to 1 o'clock to make up the time. I wanted to leave at 12, but I'll work to 1 o'clock to get caught up, make sure everything's straight. He said, it don't work that way. What do you got to get off for? I said, I got some personal business to attend to. He said, I got to know what it is to let you off. I said, it's personal business. That's all you need to know. He said, well, since it's personal, no, you can't get off. And if you leave or without my permission, I'm gonna take, So yeah, I worked, and with 500,000 pounds of frozen food in a freezer, 5 below zero, the other guys took a break and went to lunch. and it was 7 other guys working besides me. While they went to lunch for an hour, I worked an hour. I picked up over close to, rounded off to about 4,000 pieces. And the heaviest piece is the cases of French fries. That's 50 pounds, 5 bags to a case, 50 pounds. And so I picked up 4 pieces. And put all the stuff in order, locked, put it in the what we call a wet box to keep it from throwing out till the tractor came on later that day. So when 1 o'clock when they got back, or 1:30 when they got back from lunch, I said, "Well, I'm leaving." I said, "I got to go. I got some in business." So the guy said, "Man, go ahead." He said, "You did all that work when we was gone?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Whoa, we ain't got nothing to do. We got one. You left one order, like it was like 80 some pieces, and we got 5." He said, "Man, we ain't got nothing to do, and you done line up everything. We got to sit around for 3 or 4 hours doing nothing, waiting for them to bring us 2 empty trailers." He said, "Man, just go ahead. And if the man says something, I'll let him know that we ain't got nothing to do." So when I come in that Monday morning, make a long story short, I'm looking for my punch card. Wasn't in the rack. So I asked the supervisor. I said, "No, he was the foreman." I asked the foreman. I said, "Where's my card? I don't have a card. Did you?" He said, "No, I got it." So we're gonna have to see the We have to see the supervisor of the warehouse. We gotta have a meeting. Because you left early the other day without my permission. Okay, go over there. So I tell my shop stewardess, he comes with me. We go in the office. He lays out that I left. I was late coming in, and we had all this heavy tonnage. Would have caused us to be in overtime. I'm like, what? So when he finished talking, the supervisor said, "Well, Vaughn, explain yourself. Why did you leave when the foreman said you couldn't leave?" I said, "Well, that's an important business." He said, "What's important? Did you tell him what it was? So he can make that determine whether or not it was important?" I said, "How you gonna make a decision on what's important to me if it ain't important to him?" He said, "Well, what did you leave for? It was so important." I said, "If I didn't tell him, why would I tell you? I just told you I had some personal business to tend to." He said, "Well, with that attitude, Vaughn, that's not the way it worked." I said, well, let me explain something to you. I said, over 2 or 3 years ago, I asked this working foreman here that I had want to be off 2 weeks in advance to get married. He told me no. He said, "What He said, "Well, he said it was tonnage." I said, "I told you 2 weeks in advance. Tonnage ain't got nothing to do with me getting off to be married." I said, "How many times do a man get married?" He said, "Well, if you working here, the foreman makes the decision on whether or not you can leave at any it doesn't matter." I said, "Well, that's why I left." I said, "That's important. Just it doesn't matter what's important to me. You're saying to a black man that it don't matter what's important to you. It's what we say is important to you." I said, "I ain't got no problem with it, buddy. But I don't know what he's telling you. Did he tell you when I left, I had picked over close to 3 to 4,000 pieces? It was only a 60 or 86 piece order left with 5 people still, 5 to 6 people still on the clock sitting around for them to bring the tractor trailer." And he started laughing. "Well, no, he didn't mention that." He said, "Well, let me talk to your working for let me talk to your shop stewardess, because I'm in the union and he know he can get sued." So when my shop stewardess came back, he said, "Well, the guy said the supervisor of the plant said he gonna overlook it this time because he didn't inform him that everything was done. You know, so you straight now." But I already know I ain't straight. I got to go because I ain't work. Like I tell people, the only person can never get a job is a person that don't want to work. When a person doesn't want to work, they can't get a job. If I quit today, I'm gonna get a job tomorrow. Because I don't go with the foolishness. God give us gifts and talents, like our young people that's living today. But they're being blindsided because they don't know who to vote for. The reason why I'm putting these people pictures up there, of course, that's not Bobby Scott. I just forgot to change the banner for Bobby. Put Bobby Scott picture. I do have his picture, and that's Senator Tim Kaine. That's right there running, you know, for the Senate race. So let me put his name up there so you'll know. Don't get it twisted. I do apologize. That's Senator Tim Kaine. He's asking for your vote for the Senate to be returned to the Senate. These are the people that's making decisions and choices for your future generation, the young people. If we do not get behind these people here, this Democratic ticket, and keep the people and to take control of the Congress and the Senate and keep control, we're going down a dangerous slope. Democracy will be replaced. Don't get it twisted. They can talk all that you see. They trying to take the rights of a woman to get an abortion. You see that. And maybe you don't see it, but it's happening. And what's happening is we have to be on the bandwagon to make sure these things stop. These things must stop. So when we get to the point where we are not seeing what's important to your family, the future generation, you got to explain to them. Pin up, and guns down. And when you start talking about politics, these people got it so that they will cut you off, freeze you up. Yeah, I know ain't nothing wrong with my camera. I fix it. Because this is what happened when you talk about politics and you talk about the wrong party. Oh, now I'm off. Oh my goodness. They really getting technical today. Hello, I do apologize. It's when we don't understand, when we are talking about politics, you all of a sudden, as soon as I start talking about the Biden ticket, I'm paying for this. Then they take me off because I am putting their pictures up there so you will know, and they're probably watching. And like I keep telling people, it's no secret when it comes to politics. It's no secret when we start talking about Joe Biden that if I had the other person picture up there, they wouldn't be doing it. They wouldn't cut me off. Now I was up there talking about everything that I've been doing in what I've been doing ever since, from school. Never once did I lose connection. I only lose connection when it's something they don't want you to talk about. Joe Biden is the one we need to get behind. Joe Biden is the one we need to get behind. Tim Kaine, Senator Tim Kaine, is the same. That's who we got to get behind. You have to know the candidates you need to vote for. This is why I'm doing what I do, because I don't have no problem. They have a problem with me. Everybody has a problem with me because I'm here to tell you the truth. I'm here to tell you the truth. I'm here to let you know these are the people that's dedicated in making sure that your kids have a right to voting. You see, under the Supreme Court, you see with Republican states, Virginia, banning books, Black Afro-American books from being in the library. So their kids won't see how horrible they were to Black people. They don't want their kids to know that. That's why they don't want you to talk about it, because they get upset. And the white kids tell their parents, I don't want nothing to do with you. This is Senator Bobby Scott. He's asking for your vote. He's asking for your vote. I'm just letting you know, it's not the information is on the internet. Stop listening to just the news. The news tell you what they want you to hear because they don't want you to know the truth. Now, Donald Trump has been convicted with 34 felonies but ain't nobody talking about it. How come they ain't talking about it? But they'll talk about Biden. Oh, you know, he was stuttering the other day. I'm rolling with the Biden ticket. I'm rolling with this. Who else am I running with? Who else am I running with? Pete Town. I'm running with this young lady right here. This young lady right here. That's who I'm rolling with. I'm just letting you know who you need to roll with. You need to roll with. Did I get her name up there? Oh, there you go. There you go, right there. That's who I'm rolling with. That's who you need to roll with. P-Town, the vice mayor of Portsmouth. That's who you need to roll with. Mayor Lisa Louise Lucas Burke. That's who you need to roll with as the mayor of Virginia Beach. And hopefully I'll have her on the show real soon to talk about the future she sees for Portsmouth. Everybody will tell you one thing, but do something else. That's her mother, Miss Senator Louise Lucas, up there in Richmond, handling things, making things safer, making it more like getting the toes cut. They ain't want to cut them. She had to force them to cut them. You have to start bagging people that's doing work for us, not against us. Because everybody will tell you they'll tell you something, but they ain't doing it. We cannot continue to lose our future generation. We cannot continue to lose the future generation based upon the things when it's time for the election, they show up and want to show out. But you got to look beyond that. You got to look at the people that's been working hard on your behalf. You got to look hard. This young lady right here, I've been knowing her for years. I've been knowing her when she was just getting into politics, running for city council in Portsmouth. You know, she lost that year, but she didn't give up. No, the race is not given to the swift. It's given to the one who endures. People like, even with the things I do, people like, why do you keep talking about the same thing? Why don't you spend your money doing something else? Because the future generation is important to me. The future generation, the young people that don't know, that's being misled, that's being hoodwinked, bamboozled, run amok. The great words of Malcolm X. If you know that you know, then you would do better. These video games, the music, is destroying the Black community. It's destroying the Black community. I know everybody wants to make a bag. Everybody wants to be an entertainer. Everybody ain't a Missy Elliott. Everybody ain't gonna be a Luther Vandross. But you can try. If you know right from wrong, you're supposed to do better. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. I can't make you vote for nobody, but I can tell you the people that's in position, that's been helping you along the way, helping to lower taxes that you'd have been paying 50 years. I've been dead and gone and turned over about 10 times in the grave. But I'm getting an express. I'm getting an express. The angel gonna come pick me up. So don't worry about me. I'm good. I'm worried about that future generation, the young people that are dying by the guns of family or friends, next door neighbors, even strangers. You don't need a gun. Your most powerful weapon you got is your brain. Why do you think you're dying? They're afraid of what you might come up with. Half the stuff in the United States was invented by Black men and women. Were invented by Black men and women. They got you thinking Bill Gates and the Apple started the computer. No, it was a Black man. It's in the history book, but they don't tell you what history books are go look for. Just like when Pharrell made the movie of the young ladies from Newport News that helped launch and guide what you call it in space. And the people that built the rockets was black men. So when you keep taking yourself for granted. You keep taking yourself for granted. But I'm going to run because that's the end of my show. Don't forget to join me at 3 o'clock. I'll be back with the music side. Remember to love yourself and put God first. And everything else will fall in place. Doesn't matter what others think about you. It's what you think about yourself. This is who I'm rolling with. This is the people I'm rolling with. And I hope you do the same. Pins up, guns down. Pins up, guns down.